Hi everyone, thank you for joining me again today. I am going to show you a little basic cleaning here with the 357 Magnum Revolver. As you can see, it's a classic piece, and it is a Smith & Wesson 357 model 686, and it's a very extremely accurate and powerful. It's with the 8 3/8 inches barrel with partridge target sights right over here. Really classic. I love this piece. It's very classic. And the way to clean this is, first of all, I want to mention that it is a personal choice cleaning your weapons, you're cleaning your firearms in any kind, whether short or long guns. So it's all about personal preferences. Today I'm just going to show you the basic cleaning for this piece. I'm going to be using oil, this Hops 9 solvent. You can also use any other kinds out there. I mean, you know, you hear about frog lube and all of that stuff. I mean, that's even also way better than what I'm using today. Patches, little patches. This is, as you can see, you can cut this into a small, ideal size that you require for this barrel as well. A lot of times, I tend to forget to use my gloves, but these are protective gloves that you're going to be using, that you're going to be needing. It's kind of important. You don't want to, especially girly hands like mine, you don't want to, mix it up with the chemicals. And this also, stick here. I don't think I'm going to be using this, but perhaps I'm going to be probably borrowing some of the little small patches here later on. And paper towels. Again, all of this little cleaning supplies kit can be available. Even with the universal field cleaning kit here that I'm showing, you can also be using this. It's just perfectly fine. Again, it's a personal choice. But with that said, I want to go over the 4 basic safety rules in firearms handling, and that is important before you're handling any firearm, whether it's short or long guns. It is a serious deal, so you must follow those rules. 4 basic rules at all times, no exception. With that said, rule number 1. It is always treat any firearms as if they are loaded. So that's important. Rule safety number 1 at all times. Rule number 2, always be muzzle conscious. That's be sure of your muzzle, and never let the muzzle cover anything that you are not willing to destroy. And rule number 3 is always keep your finger off the trigger. In fact, I'm going to show you. Always do this way, off the trigger guard as well, until you are ready to shoot. And that is no exception either. Always have your finger right here off the trigger guard at all times, especially when you're cleaning like this, and you just have to have it in your mind at all times. It is very important. Please be sure you follow all of these rules, safety rules. And number 4 is that always be sure of your target, what is aligned off your target and behind of your target. And folks, those are the 4 basic safety rules whenever you're handling any firearms at all times. And please follow that at all times. It's important. All right, with that said, cleaning 357, basic process here. Barrel here is 8 3/8. So what you want to do is pretty much use a solvent here. I used the 1-2-1. I'll tell you what I meant by that. 1 solvent and 2 dry and 1 oil. You just want to dip the oil, about this much on this thing here, just like that. You don't want to dip it too much. Oops. You know what? I forget what I'm saying. Protect the gloves. Okay. Yeah, that's important. All right, there you go. Yeah, we took this bad boy a while ago today to the range, and it's the first day at the range after 10 years, I think. And we've had this in the vault, and then took it out today and say, hey, you know what? Let's go ahead and shoot it. So you want to dip this thing here, about that much. And let's just check one more time the condition of this weapon. Okay, safety, everything is already. All right, everyone, this cleaning tip here. When you want to stick it in the solvent, you just want to have like a little bit about this much from the tip. But since that one, I just tried it out earlier, and I haven't cleaned this before, it's a little bit fat. So we want to just go ahead and then, I found this one in my NRA cleaning kit. So we'll go ahead and adjust it accordingly. With this little bad boy here, I think it's going to be okay. All right, let's do this again. And I want to check the condition of my gun. Everything is clear. Check it one more time. I guess we took a little break there. Okay, and let's go ahead and dip it in here. Just a little bit. Just about that much, and that's already generous. All right. Boy, it does still smell. You know, there is another product that I really highly recommend, that is frog lube. And I was in my last year a couple times. I was advised by my precision rifle instructor and other veterans, that's, you know, range masters, what have you not, who recommended me highly of that product, because it is a well, that really feels very good. So run it about, I don't know, 3-4 times, guys, and so you can see it is dirty. About 20 runs today we shot. It was fun, really accurate too. Oh my goodness, cold bore, and I hit the still target at about 25-30 yards per shot. That was really nice on my, okay, and my hand, it was really powerful. All right, and that's pretty much what we'll do. So again, as I mentioned earlier, the barrel run, just do it about 3-4 times, up and down, up, you know, up and down, or even more, no more than half a dozen. One time using the solvent, I use this rule of 1-2-1, and twice using the dry patch. Just let it dry a little bit, a few seconds, and what you can do is run this. All right, the solvent part was done. Now we want to take this dry twice, but you want to be sure you're just gonna squeeze the leftover solvent. And one thing before I go on also, that you want to make sure that you, when you stroke the cleaning, make sure that the metal doesn't scrape the barrel. Just do it accordingly like this. Stainless steel. I love this stuff. Very classic piece. God, this stuff is so good. All right. As you can see, just run another one. Just run a couple patches down the barrel, and make sure you kind of like do it in one stroke, that it doesn't, the metal here doesn't scrape the barrel. Again, I have a high respect here with stainless steel. My Mini 30 is also stainless steel. I love it. All right, just leave it alone for a while, as you can see. All right, and all of this chemical is yucky. Just throw it away. Okay, so now the next step would be lubricate. Lubricate this baby with the little, this is again Hobbs 9, and you just want to run through once through the barrel. So again, this is really tedious. We're just doing cleaning the barrel at the moment, which is one solvent going through and run it upside down, up and down the barrel about 4, 5, 6 times, no more than half a dozen. That's the oil, guys. There you go. And we did the dry patches a couple times, and we just completed the oil. Now the second step I love to point out is focus on the cylinders on this revolver. That is the 6 cylinders around here. And this again, really need to pay attention to, because those are the, I should say, the most active action during the shooting. And that's where most of the actions take place. So what I do is take this paper towel, or you know, if you have rag or anything like that, clean rag, and just kind of like going through, make it doable and workable, and go through all of this thing. You know what? I'm gonna go through this leftover first, all right, and stick it in there one by one. Gently avoid, you know, the metal scrape the barrel. You don't want that. Just kind of gently. I know I'm a girl, so I tend to do things in my own gentle way. It is, you know, cleaning is a personal choice, so you gotta do it however you want it, because it is your personal firearms, personal object, personal everything, so you gotta do it on your personal way. I'm just trying to show you how I do mine, my way. All right, that's that. And what I would like to do at this time, just run through a little dry paper towel. You know, that's too skinny for some reason. All right, have it your way. Just run through there. What I was gonna do, because it's so skinny, just run and meet that and just go like that. You see that? That's being creative, I think. All right, you see that? I think this takes practice. Cleaning does take practice, just like everything else. I've cleaned so many farms in this household. I love cleaning shotguns and rifles because they're just very, I should say easier. But you know, every firearms is a personal individual also. You must treat them individually. Again, you just go one by one, all of the cylinders where the action takes place, where the bullets made its action through the cylinders. And then the next step that you would like to do is to focus and concentrate on the moving parts of this firearms, on this gun. You know, the cylinder, this shell eject, you want to focus on, which is under the cylinders here that I'm about to show you after I'm done with this. You know, I must say that I had so much fun shooting this. I haven't shot this. I haven't shot revolver before, but I never shot .357 Magnum. Stainless steel. And last time I shot something like this was Desert Eagle. I don't know if that counts. It's like the other spectrum, end of the spectrum. But this is fun. I think that's about all. This is my last one, I believe. And then we're going to go to the moving parts, which is the shell eject underneath the cylinders here, where the bullets. Wait, is that it right there? Yeah, I shot this first time, and it hit the seal target today. I was happy. Alright, I think that's, wow, that's clean. Kinda. Yeah, that's nice. Alright, so be sure that cylinders are really clean. You know, you don't want to clean all that gunks and everything like that. Now, what I meant earlier by the moving parts is this thing here. When you push the cylinder, the shell eject is the parts underneath, the parts that underneath here, the cylinder, yeah, the cylinders here. Okay, as you can see that you want to take a paper towel. Just push it down, this thing here, and kind of manually with your hand and feel it. It's all of these moving parts right here. To avoid and clean all of these guns. Why do we clean all of this thing? It's because, you know, when you have a lot of dirt in there, especially when you shoot in the desert and everything like this one here, it stops from spinning it, you know, the way it should. So yeah, it's a tedious thing. Again, this is a revolver. It's quite different than a sniper rifle, you know, like my PSS, let's say. The way I would clean it is quite different than my shotgun, or it's quite different than the Desert Eagle cleaning, and it's quite different also with the AR-30. You know, so again, it's personal choice. Every gun must be treated individually. And you know, there's a saying out there: do not spend too much time cleaning, spend more time shooting out in the range. How do I know that? Alright, I feel good about this. Okay, maybe one more swab. And again, this is just really basic cleaning with a revolver 357 model 686 Smith & Wesson stainless steel with a 3/8 inches barrel with partridge, what do you call these, target sights. Alright, I want to go over really quickly here before I end, and that's about all, folks. Before I end this session, that we must follow the 4 basic safety rules whenever we're handling any firearms at all times, no exceptions. Rule number 1, I'm just going to go over review quickly here one more time before I end the session, is rule number 1. Always treat any firearms as if it's loaded at all time. Whether you're handling anything, whether you're handling shotgun, long guns, whatever. Alright? Just follow the safety rules. Rule number 2 is always be muzzle conscious. Always never let the muzzle cover anything that you are not willing to destroy. And safety rule number 3 is that always keep your finger off the trigger. You know, off the trigger. In fact, outside the trigger guard. And this is what I meant by trigger guard. Trigger guard is this. Okay, always keep your finger off the trigger guard, not unless you are ready to shoot. And the 4th safety rule is that be sure of your target, what's aligned with your target, and what is behind your target. And that is just basic safety rules that you must always remember and go by and apply at all times when handling any firearms. Alright, that's all there is to it, really quick. That is, again, model 686 Smith & Wesson 357. It was fun to shoot it today. It's extremely accurate and powerful. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and see you next time. The next cleaning firearms that I have, and hopefully it's going to be my PSS or my Mini 30. Alright, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please do visit my website, idareweb.com. That is www.idareweb.com. Thanks for watching.